Hi, friends. I'm Zach.
I'm Mitch.
And we are an excellent little podcast.
We are here presenting you a little movie podcast starring Zach and Mitch.
Wait, we're doing a podcast?
We are doing a podcast, Zach, and we've had a break.
We've had a break. We were both sick. I've had a burning accident. If you can kind of see on the top of my lip, I have a little bit of a mustache.
You got a burning accident.
Burn mustache. But besides that, I'm clean shaven and I'm taking on the world.
And I'm dead.
And you're still getting over your a little bit, and I'm still getting over my little bit. But at least I have a voice this week.
Yeah, I do too. But you know what? Sickness is not on the menu.
No, in sickness and in health, we are going to dine in on this meal called The Menu.
Oh, yeah,
which is brought to us by Searchlight Pictures.
A Disney company.
Which, because it's a Disney company, we are Disney cast members. So we do not speak for the brand or company, and our views are our own.
Yeah, and this is directed by Mark Malad, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
Screenplay is by Seth Reese and Will Tracy.
So what did you think of the director and the two screenwriters on this film?
To be honest, I know absolutely nothing about the director, and I know absolutely nothing about either of those screenwriters. However,
fair.
I think that was a good thing because I had no idea what was going to be going on. But this film had so many things that were going for it, and the director just was able to find nitpicky moments that I just loved with everything. It was literally like I was noticing a Menu-esque film.
Yeah.
And the screenwriters had a nice blend of comedy, black comedy, if you will, and very nice violent images that were able to bring to the screen through the script. But what did you think, Zach?
Yeah, I thought you kind of hit it on the nail. I'm not really familiar either with any of these script writers or director, but they did such a good job of placing their shots as the director in a really wonderful way of weaving in so many characters. It's a big cast, but it's a small cast. It's a very intimate setting. Not much really goes. You go in and out of the restaurant every now and again, but primarily you're in the restaurant through most of the film. So it's just it's a nice intimate cast, a nice intimate setting where some fucked up shit kind of goes down. So I felt that they kind of weaved it pretty well. And paid attention to actually a lot more of the characters than I thought that they were.
Yeah, brief summary. Thank you, IMDb. A young couple travels to a remote island to eat at an exclusive restaurant where the chef has prepared a lavish menu with some shocking surprises. Yeah. Thank you, IMDb. Okay, so now that we got that introduction out of the way, thank you for joining us once again. Now, Zach, would you please refer to how we split up this episode in this lovely menu-esque to our new guests?
Absolutely. So we're going to start off with a nice light non-spoiler section paired well with some cast performances and some non-spoilerly side dishes before we get into our main course, which is our review. We'll go ahead and dive into the specifics of each part of our entree review when we get to it, and then we'll finish up with a nice 3-course dessert of spoilers.
And there will be an alarm.
There will be an alarm for that. So don't worry. We will make sure that your palate is cleansed and wonderful for it. But Mitch, let's go ahead and move on to our first thoughts. What are your first overall thoughts on the menu?
I enjoyed every fucking minute of this film. It was so good. Performances, like you said, there wasn't a big cast, but it was large enough for a scale of this film. And everyone delivered, and just... I love this style of black comedy that a lot of people don't want to touch upon.
Sure.
And everything was so good about it, and I just walked out of the movie. I'm just like, man, that was hilarious. There was a few jokes in there that I kind of want to save for later.
Sure.
That were so funny. But Zach, what'd you think?
Yeah, they really did a really wonderful job. I was getting a little bit tired of the trailer because this kept on being attached to almost every single film that we saw.
With the clap?
Yeah, like it just continually went. But I really genuinely enjoyed this film. Is it a Best Picture contender? Probably not, but it was really well done. Had a really great amount of commentary with some comedy and some horror and some thriller to it. It was a really solid film overall.
All right, so we got our thoughts in. Now we just have a few cast performances to talk about, a few non-spoilerly things, and then we will talk about our review. The first cast member up is the lovely, lovely Anya Taylor-Joy as Margot. She was exquisite in this film.
Oh yes. She is always really well paired with a really phenomenal with a lot of phenomenal cast members, and she really does well of not only becoming a star in her movie, but also pairing well with her cast members. And every single time that she's acting with somebody, the two performances go up. I feel every single time, and each stakes is raised each time that she's on the screen. She's wonderful and she's perfect, and she's the perfect wild card for this film.
And she was very well paired with Ray Fiennes as Chef Slowick.
He's always referred to as Chef throughout the film, so we'll just call him Chef.
Yeah, he's just Chef. And I'm so glad he's playing a villain again because, well, I mean, wouldn't call it a...
I'm happy he has a nose in this one, though.
That's it, yeah. Yeah, a bit, yeah.
He is a little nosy in this one, but he does a really wonderful villain. But yeah, what did you what was one of your favorite things coming out of his performance, do you think?
I would definitely want him to cook me dinner. That's my thing, I would say.
All right,
but
at least you have standards. At least you have standards.
But I think just the sheer gravity of his performance was really good. But okay, so what do you think?
Ralph Fiennes is always a win. Ray Fiennes, yes.
Get it right.
But he does such a phenomenal job in almost everything he does. I really am genuinely shocked that he has not gotten a Academy or Golden Globe Award for any of performances that he has done. Because whether it's fantasy, drama, no matter what he does, the dude is always on par and picks his roles really, really well. Yeah. So this one is no exception. I definitely recommend seeing this one.
Oh, absolutely. All right. So we got the cast. We didn't really have much to talk about there, but now it's time for some non-spoilerly things. Let's talk about the setting of the film. Basically what Zach mentioned earlier on, the setting of the film is basically on this island where Chef and his mini chefs live, and it's almost kind of like, dare I say, a dinner party? It's pretty much as a dinner party, and they're all trying Chef's dishes. Yeah. And every time it's served, it says okay, it's this, and it's side of this, side of that. Especially that one part with somebody else cooks. That was funny though. But yeah, it's pretty much a dinner party, and the setting of it was so claustrophobic.
Oh yeah,
I felt. Yeah. What'd you think?
Yeah, the setting I thought was really, really wonderful. It is an island, but it's not like your tropical island. This is, and it's not a swamp either. It's kind of like in the middle. Like there's dying trees on the beach. There's the sand is very, very coarse. There's a bit of a forest on there, but it's very small, very intimate. And then you go into the restaurant itself, which really is just the dining room, the kitchen, and then a few offices in the back, and that's it. So very, very small, and like you said, there's not very many people. Like it's, let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, like 10 or 12 guests.
I think it was 6 couples in the film. I think.
Yeah, it's roughly that.
I think it's right around 5 or 6
group of 3,
couples.
group of 2, group of 2, group of 2, and group 13.
There's 13 so I think it was like 5 or I think of 6 groups, 2 duos, 5 couples of 2, and then there's 1 group of 3.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're right.
Really, but it was really, really well done in terms of like keeping it contained in there, I thought.
Yeah, but now it's the dinner courses.
So this movie split up into courses.
Yeah.
And oh my God, that was the best way to split up this movie, and the best way to infuse a little bit of comedy into this was by introducing the dishes as if it were kind of like if you've seen any culinary show like Chopped or anything. Like it will like just flat out show the dish and be in backdrop and describing everything. I was like, this is perfect, this is wonderful, and this completely does a good job of setting up exactly what's about to happen. Like oh, so good. It's such a good literary device. What did you think of all these courses?
Oh, they were great, but I think the reason why it worked so well was every course made it to so we can segue, made it to be where every character mattered.
Sure.
Because every course had its own like duo or couple that was almost the center of that main course. It felt, to me at least. But yeah,
like each
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, each couple had a reason for this course. Like all of them were involved in each course, but one had the zinger in each course. One had like the big issue in each course. So like it kept on shifting. So it was a good way to focus on different characters per kind of like how you were saying.
Yeah, I would definitely agree because I just felt like every single, not just duo, but almost every single character had its own bit.
Yeah.
And its own in every single course. But more characters had like that one donut hole of the course of that. A Knives Out reference, thank you. Okay, so that is our non-spoiler section.
Yes.
Now is time for our review, and I will describe to you lovely new friends how we do that. So we have 3 courses.
Yeah.
We have Feed to the Dog, Jazz, who's right over there. He's probably sleeping. Basically means we didn't like the film, and we don't recommend it, but we do think you should still see it and form your own opinion. Course number 2. Thought the film should need to cook a little more.
Yeah.
Maybe actor change, director change, script writing change, a nice side of wine or a nice side of chocolate or something like that. Meaning the film was okay. It wasn't great, wasn't bad, just bleh. It was just there. And the last one was we ate it up, meaning we enjoyed it. We definitely recommend you see it in theaters. If you're not able to as soon as it's on streaming, watch it. Okay, Zach, can I tell you what I thought of this film?
Absolutely, buddy.
I fucking ate this movie up.
Oh, 100%. I ate this up too. Why do you think that this goes into this category? Because like this is such a niche but interesting film. What makes you say that it's an eat it up?
Because it was just so different. Like so different from other like cooking films. Obviously because there was some violence in it. But it just every scene or every course and every character, I cared so much about each and every one of the characters, each and every one of the courses, except for one in particular. But I'm not going to mention that until our next section.
Yep, absolutely.
But it was so just downright cool. Like I loved every second of it. Like I said, I walked out of the theater with one of the biggest smiles on my faces after seeing a film I've ever had. But why was it a eat it up for you?
Kind of similar to you. Like really? So again, like I've seen this trailer like multiple times. So I was just kind of getting started tired of it. So it was kind of like finally it's here, thank God. But I was still like decently looking forward to this film. Walked out of it loving it a lot more than I thought I was going to. Like this film was a very nice and different movie that I wasn't expecting. It twisted and turned in ways that I expected, but yet still entertained me. I was really, I really enjoyed the experience overall.
All right, friends. Before we go into our next section, we thank you so much for coming. So much for joining us. If you do need to leave before our spoiler section, don't forget to drop us one of these. Leave us a comment. Don't forget to subscribe or email us at elpodcastmz@gmail.com. But it's time, friends. Hold on, Zach. I don't want you to make the alarm. I want to do something else.
Okay, go ahead, buddy. Yes, chef.
It's time, friends. Non-spoiler section. 2 seconds.
There it is. All right, my friends. So
Yes,
we are now in our spoiler section. So once again, this is your last warning. Please make sure that you do like and subscribe and send us an email if you can. But let's get into the spoiler section, shall we?
Before, I just want to do two quick things.
Yep,
before
go
we
ahead,
talk.
buddy. Go ahead.
The student loan joke.
Yeah.
Where'd you go to
Look,
school?
can you at least spare my assistant? Okay, where'd you go to school?
Brown.
Okay. Did you have any student loans?
No. I'm sorry, you're dying. And Tyler's.
Oh yeah. Tyler's bullshit.
Yeah, there was a course called Tyler's Bullshit because he cooked a lamb poorly.
He was talking about how like wonderful of a foodie he was and how he's all talk but like no like substance or like he can't actually do it. So the chef calls him out on it. And and he's like, cook, do it. Fucking go. And like he's fumbling all around this kitchen and he's like, come join us, watch this really exquisite demonstration. And the dude's just fumbling. Nicholas Hoult is just trying to do his best, but like they serve it and he's like, do you know what this is? This is your bullshit right here.
Yeah,
And
he
I
takes
was like,
one bite out of it and I'm like, he's gonna throw it up.
Yeah.
But he actually swallows the bite.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is actually pretty bad. And then Nicholas Hoult hangs himself.
Gosh.
But okay, so we got some spoilers.
Yep.
First thing we're going to talk about is how Margot escapes. She escapes because she asked for a cheeseburger.
So I thought,
I loved it.
I thought this was genius.
Yeah, it was
because it builds up to how she's going to do it. He, because she was an unexpected guest. She was not on the list because who Nicholas Hoult was originally going to take broke up. So they broke up. So he hires Margot, who is an escort, to go ahead and join him on this. So Chef is already thrown off by that. So Margot has her eyes open and is poking holes in everything the moment she steps on the boat to get to this place. And she notices that
There's a house.
there's a house. She notices that that Chef says that he hasn't actually cooked for anybody. He hasn't physically cooked in years. When she does go into the house, she sees that he was happy in his first job as a burger flipper. So literally she says, I haven't ate a fucking thing that I've enjoyed here.
I'm still hungry.
I'm still hungry.
Well, what would you like?
I want a fucking cheeseburger.
Yeah, and she asked like, how much would one of your cheeseburgers cost? And I think he said it was like
$8 and $9 or something.
I think it was like $8.99.
Yeah.
And it came with fries too.
Came with fries.
And the way he cooked it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, and it was a double cheeseburger, mind you, with 2 slices of American cheese, sesame seed buns, onions. I think there was ketchup on it too.
Ketchup, lettuce.
No, I didn't see lettuce.
Oh, there wasn't lettuce?
No tomatoes. I noticed onions. I think I saw a few pickles.
Oh, yep.
Ketchup, no mustard.
No mustard.
And the fries were like one of those. He asked like, "Do you want the standard fries or do you want the Kringle cut?" And she got Kringle cut, and I loved it. It was fantastic. And he let her go because she takes one bite and was like, "So my eyes were bigger than my stomach. Can I get this to go?" And he gives her a to go bag, and I'm like, I love it.
No, yeah, I thought it was a really, really great way to get her out of there. Because it's her smarts that outsmarted him, that not like outsmarted him, but like, because it was also said that you don't send food back in this restaurant. That's just not what you do. So the fact that she sent food back, the fact that she pieced everything together and was like, hey, I just want a burger and I just want to go. And he was like, respect, and let her go. I thought that was so phenomenal. What a great way to let her go.
Yeah. And then toasty marshmallows.
Just a little toasty. So the comeuppance of all these
s'more
we want some more of this because all these very privileged white people get their comeuppance because their dessert is just desserts because they end up all burning together in as all s'mores. Like they get like chocolate hats and they wear like marshmallow shoulder dresses. Like it's really really interesting and really, really a nice like, yes, the people who deserve to go are the ones that are going kind of a thing.
Yeah, and it's Margot's on the boat, fire goes up, and she starts to eat her
Just burger. Yeah, like,
and I'm like, oh, I love it. But yeah, so
nice
that's the menu.
Nice little bit of therapy for us all.
Yeah.
But
I mean, who else wants to see a fire go off and then just have a nice little burger at the side?
That's a great little barbecue, man.
Yeah. Well, she didn't get a drink.
She didn't.
Oh, I feel like if she would, that would have been too much. If she would ask for, especially if it was like one, like, can I have a soda? That would have asked way too much.
All right, but yeah, so that is the menu, my friends. Thank you so much for listening to us. So please go ahead and give us a big thumbs up and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to collaborate with us, our email is elpodcastmz@gmail.com. Please go ahead and listen and see what we got.
Until that time, friends.
I'm Zach.
I'm Mitch.
And we are
an excellent little podcast.